Hello, everyone. How are you? I have a couple videos to make, one for, my newsletter and one for the the space where I think I've mentioned this to you before, but my mentor, Phoenix, Rising Star, has created a platform where we're bringing the highest vibrational energy um, to the planet and spreading it and spreading joy. Last month was joy. This month is love. And I have to create, and I like to do videos. I like to kind of, talk at you guys. And because of that, I just wanted to make sure I did this video first. Why? Because I love you. And I really am grateful for all of you who stick by me when I'm inconsistent or I don't do newsletters like I didn't do last month, and just supporting me always. And I just want you to know that means a great deal in my heart. What's going on? Well, January was kind of almost a little bit of a wash for me. I felt really disconnected. I was calling it the hangover of 2018. I felt really disconnected, and I really didn't know why or what caused me to feel disconnected. And so as the month went on, I tried to explore different reasons, different things. A lot of it I feel was, it just had to do with my brain. Like I was ready, like coming out of December, like I was really ready to begin this new year in a really positive energy, and an energy of let's get stuff done, let's manifest. I've been working at this book forever. Let's manifest this. Let's manifest the agent. Let's manifest the publisher, and really move forward with a lot of my other ventures. I had wanted to do a workshop this month with the IET. With that workshop, the Healing Angels of the Energy Grid. And I was ready to go. And there's a lot of other energy that's coming in my life. I'm more open to the idea of a relationship with another human. More on that later. But my brain was like afraid. And I didn't realize it was afraid. So it really shut that train down, and it totally, like, it locked my emotions in a closet. Like it was like it's like locking a child in its room. That's what it felt like. And thank God for my support team, because, it wasn't until I had a temper tantrum at my therapist's office. Yes, I did. I had a temper tantrum. I was not my cool, calm, professional self. I just freaked out and the situation smelled like something in my past, and I just reacted to it without thinking, but it blew the doors off this feeling disconnected. So I am grateful for whatever caused me to react in that way. And, we're all in our own struggle, and a lot of us are really struggling coming into this year. It's been really kind of hard and intense. And I think, in order to be the year of creativity, manifestation, the year of just moving forward, we can't if we're bringing through the baggage of the last year. So I really feel that the universe is asking us to say, hey, you don't need this. You don't need this. And I think the fear surrounding a lot of things in my life, I was being shown that I don't need it. It took me a month to kind of get there, but progress is progress. And it made me realize a couple of things about myself and about how I allow that fear to shut me down. And, me being me, I sometimes needed to be really obvious. And it was really obvious because nothing was moving forward. Not a darn thing. I didn't even work on the edits of my book until last weekend when I finally felt the relief. So if you're feeling stagnant, weak, kind of disconnected, kind of not sure, the shit hit the fan, whatever is happening for you, understand we're all working through it. We're all working through our own kind of stuff. So just know that you're not alone, and share with your friends what you're feeling, what you're dealing with. And back to the idea of allowing, relationships into my life. After I moved from Canada, I took a self-imposed break on relationships. I knew I had a lot of work emotionally to do because I'm a people pleaser, chronic. My boundaries were very flat. They were like my boundaries, my boundaries now are like very firm fences. Not that you can't access, but just firm fences. And it was a line. That's what my boundaries were. And I had a lot of work to do to find out what makes me happy, what I need and how to accept love. And please visit the pages, and I'll put the link below, the pages where we're sharing the highest vibrational energy, because I'm going to go into a lot about the idea of love and what our relationship is. And so I urge you to go see that, because I think you'll find there's a lot of connection there, and you may learn something. So please go visit, sign up. It's free. It's free. It's free to get all of this great vibrational energy to put you in a higher vibration. So please go check it out, sign up, check back every month, find out what we're doing, what the next vibration is. Like I said, last month with joy, go take a look at it. You may find someone that you relate to that you may want to use their services. You may find someone that you want to keep reading or keep watching every month, so that you're getting what they're saying, because it's connecting with you. Those are the things that are really important in life, is finding people's messages and how they connect. And if they connect with your heart, it's really important to keep connected with that person. I digress. So, a lot of with the RA, and I know some of you may feel this, and that's why I'm sharing this story. So we're going to get really personal. And I hope you appreciate, just the time. And I thank you. I appreciate the time. And just understand this and see where this connects with you. We have all had dysfunctional relationships in the past. I don't think there's one of us that really hasn't. And if you haven't, I am so grateful for you. And I really am, because as we grow up, we're taught relationships by our parents. It all resides sometimes in our parent origin. And we're taught how to take love, how to receive love, how worthy we are of love. And we take all that we know about relationships and then go off into the world and start having relationships. And then we get married. And then, and then we're like, oh, I'm really not really equipped to be married emotionally. And, and after working through all of that, and then becoming sick with the RA, what I feel is my worthiness of relationships has diminished, because there's a lot that I find myself using as, oh, but you can't do this. How are you going to create a relationship when you can't go, hike for 5 hours if they're an active person? Or, I create all the reasons why I'm not worthy, and the reasons why to stay small and to stay single and to stay, just isolated. And the energy I've been feeling coming in this year is a lot about relationships for me. Not only like a partnership with another man, but but like friendships, collaborations, partnerships in business. I'm creating all these reasons why I'm not worthy of that, why I should not do those things. And I find that this happens, that fear shows up when I am really close to a breakthrough, when I am really close to allowing those things to come into my life, to really step forward into my power. It's like my brain is like, over here, no, over here, over here, over here, single life. alone life. It's better. It's safer. It's trying to get me to go over there. And I am just, this past year, I've just been determined that I will not be that person. I'm not going over there anymore. It's safe, yes, but it's not, it's lonely. And so I think with this disconnect, my brain had a holy fit and shut me down. So, why am I explaining this? Because there's a couple things, there's a couple reasons why. And I will articulate, I will get there. Bear with me. I will get there. The first one is that sometimes we need to understand where our brain is self-sabotaging. Okay? Our brain wants to shut our feelings, shut our emotions down. So if you're feeling disconnected, my first question would be, what have I been feeling lately? What have I been thinking of lately? Have I made big plans that scare the ever living daylights out of my brain? What is it that happened that triggered that disconnection? And and really sit and think, because I think you'll start to see where your disconnect came from. Oh, I was in this situation. I was planning to move ahead with this project, but I've been deathly afraid of doing that for years. But I finally got the courage to do that. And then my brain came into disconnect and I stopped with the project. It gives us place of origin, so we can start from there. It's not to say we're going to solve our relationship with our brain and our heart at one fell swoop. It's ongoing. I've been working on that relationship for years, and I've made good progress. But when the brain feels like it is not safe for you, it will shut it down. And I didn't realize that it would do it to that extent until now. The second thing I really, really want to talk about, there is something so powerful about feeling what you're feeling. I mean, think about it. How many of you, be honest, how many of you, I know I've said this before, shut your emotions down when they come up? How many of you are like, I can't feel that way, it's not right for me to feel that way, or that's not what I need to feel, or I can't deal with this emotion, so I'm going to stuff it inside and everything's going to be okay. And I will tape the smile on my face if I have to, get out a crayon, marker, whatever, draw it, There are people that will not honor how they feel. And one of the ways that this can kind of go backwards on us is through physical manifestation. Okay, our emotions are indicative of something not being right, or something being right. If your emotion is happy or joy, it is a reaction to a moment in time. I'm going to probably say that definition for the rest of my life, almost every time I do this. Your emotions are a reaction to a moment in time. So if that's the case, and you're reacting negatively, there is something it's brushing up against that's saying, this is not okay. Yet instead of heeding that emotion, you ignore it. So what you're doing is you're turning off your emotional center and engaging your brain to deal with it. Creating fail-safes where your brain's going to go on autopilot, where it's going to take you in a direction you don't want to go, but it's going to take you there because it's safer than feeling that emotion. So, back to physical manifestations of pain, of anger, of emotion, mostly negative emotion. I used to read, I still read, this author. I know many of you know her. Her name's Louise Hay. Probably one of my first people that I followed in the self-help industry. She was one of my first gurus. I call her guru because she was one of mine, because she really helped me see things in a different light. She wrote a book called Heal Your Body A to Z. And what it is a book of, you find the body part, you find the illness, and you look for the emotional symptom. Because we will manifest our emotions into our physical being if we are not careful and not to honor them. I manifested, now hold on to your hats, people. I manifested rheumatoid arthritis in my life by my emotional process. I was shut down. I would not listen to my emotions. I was working 80 hours a week to avoid all of my emotions. My direct goal was to make myself feel like my father was proud of me for working hard. And at the time, that's what I needed, because I had just left Canada and I was in really an emotionally bad way. And, and instead of taking the time to create a support system, to find a therapist, to honor how I was feeling, I just shut it down. And then I got sick and it shut me down. Now, no, I wouldn't say that all physical ailments are manifestations of that. I probably would give it a higher percentage of 85%. So we have to really be careful of, it's like piling garbage in our house. Every emotion we don't handle, it's like placing a stick of dynamite inside a room and closing the door and locking it. And every time you do that, the stack gets taller and taller and taller. And then one day something happens and it's going to erupt. I generally say erupts like Mount Vesuvius. I don't know if it's erupted in the past whatever years, but whatever. Let's go with that. We can gain so much power by allowing our emotions to surface. Now, maybe not in the moment. You're in the grocery store. You feel a mental breakdown coming or an emotional hiccup coming. If you need to keep it together to get the hell out of there, I get it. I personally would just have it. You know what? It is my world. I may be sharing it with 100 people that are in the grocery store, but if I need to cry at that moment, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to cry. Because I can't hold it in. I can't. I do it at work, but that's just who I am. But if you need to kind of hold it together until you get home to process, fine. But process how you feel. Share how you feel. Let it out. Let it become, honor it, saying, I'm honoring how you feel because of this, this, and this. I see where your pain is coming from. You're not going to stay there. I promise. It may be indicative of more things you must heal. But I promise you, you're not going to stay there. I know emotions can be difficult, especially when we're kind of, if you're a person who's really kind of on the limit emotionally, like whether it's depression, whether it's just whatever it is, if you're emotionally kind of at your limit, then I urge you to find someone you can talk to, find someone who will help you walk through your minefield, whether it's a close friend, whether it's a therapist, whether it's your spiritual counselor, whether it's a rabbi, a priest, someone in your church, whatever it is, find someone. It is important to get help to unpack some of our emotions because they're so packed in there. Sometimes some of them connect with each other and you start tugging at one and then the whole pile falls over because all of them are coming at you. And that can be scary. And the more you have help, the more people you have to assist you, the easier it'll be to unpack them. But I just implore you, man, because our emotions are a compass. They kind of are like, don't go here, it's not safe, don't go here. But they're also our greatest asset. Think about it. If you don't have the ability to feel your sadness, or if you take away the ability to feel your joy. Emotions are emotions. They're not good or bad. They're just reactions. We have to take that stigma away from emotions that if you're sad and depressed, it's a bad thing. It's not. It is not. Emotions are just that. They don't make you weak. They make you actually stronger when you can allow them to show up for you. And holding it together and keeping your shit together, it does not make you a strong person either. It makes you a resilient person, but it doesn't make you a strong person. A strong person is a person who's going to stop, allow yourself to feel what you feel. Even if you don't have the answer, just check in and say, you know what? I totally validate how you feel. Because that's part of the reason why I also felt disconnected. What do I mean? I wasn't listening to my core needs because my emotions were locked away in the closet. There was 3 or 4 cues that I missed, that I felt like I wasn't listening to myself. And that's why it's like it changed this sense of distrust. Like I didn't trust myself with my feelings because I was so disconnected. And that can create very big emotional instability. But as we maneuver through our feelings and emotions, we can recognize, oh, I didn't listen to myself there. Maybe that's why I reacted that way. Or, oh, I didn't give myself the honor of just feeling sad or feeling happy or feeling joyful or feeling excited. Because, I have a lot of pessimists. I know who they are. I know you are saying, I don't want to feel excited because I'll jinx it. No, you. I've been you. We, as human beings, are so complex and we have so many different reactions to different things. And when we begin to accept and allow ourselves to have emotions, regardless of what they are, we begin to allow people in our lives to have them. Because here's the biggest tool I can give you. And I watched this TEDx the last weekend, and it was a previous therapist of mine that did it. And it's a theme that I've said before. I don't know if you remember the video that I posted a long time ago about being whole and complete where you are. It's the idea of acceptance, the acceptance of something. Okay, so say people are saying to you, oh, you're too chatty, you talk too much, you're too loud, or you don't talk enough, or oh my God, they're telling you, you need to fix this about you, and you need to fix that about you, and you need to do this, and you need to do that. It's creating this sense of negativity around who you are as a human. And I'm telling you, all of us have things. I have many things I want to change and heal and I don't want to say fix, but shift. Because where it's at is not okay with me. But the key is to go down the road of self-judgment drive, because that's why we kind of get hung up. We don't follow through with our intentions, our resolutions, because we're down self-judgment drive. It's true. Sometimes if someone says, oh, you're too fat, what is wrong with that? In any, I mean, so, yes. Health reasons, yes. Other reasons, but as far as it being wrong or right, it just is. It just is. Or say someone says, you're too emotional. What's wrong with that? And we have to realize there is nothing wrong with being who we are. Are there some things that we may need to change to live a long, healthy life? Absolutely. But there's nothing wrong with us in this moment. In a sense, it just is. If you have a chronic illness and you're struggling and you're not achieving what you thought you wanted to achieve, there's nothing wrong with being where you are. Do you want to be somewhere else with it? Sure. I do. But there's nothing wrong with being where you are. So much of society and the way we look at life is it's good or bad. And we forget that the people that make things good or bad have agendas. And A, they're trying to sell you something. B, they're trying to make you feel bad about yourself because they're feeling bad about themselves. Or C, they're just rotten humans. No, they're really not. They're just humans who are hurt inside and have to spread pain everywhere. See, even I can't think of people that are bad. So you have to determine who told me that this was wrong. And was it a parent? Was it an ex-lover? Was it a friend? Was it society? Was it a troll on Facebook? Who told you it was wrong? Who made you feel bad about being that way? Because that's where we can find where our core roots are about how we feel we deserve things. If you want to get healthy and to become more physically fit, or you have a goal, don't do it because you think it's bad. I have deja vu. I know I said this last time. Don't do it because you think it's bad. Do it because you deserve it. You deserve to feel better. You deserve to be healthy. You deserve to feel loved. You deserve to feel pleasure. Pleasure is power. But when we take away the emotional connotation of good and bad, you can enjoy life so much more. You know, I've been overweight, skinny constantly my whole life. Like mostly overweight, but there's been moments where I've achieved things. But it never worked because I did it because people told me I was ugly for being fat. People told me that, oh, you're overweight, you need to lose weight, you'd be pretty. I mean, my mother's mantra was, you'd be pretty if you lost weight. I did it because I thought it was bad. It's never going to work. It's never going to work because as soon as I lose weight and look better and someone comes up to me and says to me, you need to lose weight, guess what I'm going to go do? Eat a brownie, maybe some ice cream, probably hot fudge on top of that. Because it's all perception. It's all the idea of letting other people determine how we feel about ourselves. Hard fucking no. Nobody gets to determine how you feel about you. And when we really feel into that and get really stubborn about it, I mean, use your fire in your astrological chart to get fired up about it, because no one gets to tell you how you feel about yourself. No one. I don't care who it is. No one. Because for those of you who believe in God, who are religious, God would never condemn you, depending on which religion you are. You know, the universe would never sit here and say, you know what, Ames, you're too fat, so I'm not going to send you this abundance. You know what, Ames, you talk too much. I'm not going to send you this abundance. It doesn't fucking work like that. So you can be wherever you're at, regardless of what you want in life, need in life, wherever you feel you fall short. None of that matters. You can still be happy. You can still feel love. You can love yourself. It has nothing to do with where you're at or what you look like or what you have in the bank or what status you have or what you're doing. You still are deserving of all of them. But not just from external. That's where people get tripped up. Okay? People get tripped up in the idea that they feel they deserve it, so you should give it to me. No, 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 no. You have to give it to yourself. You have to find it within you before you can receive it from others. I know that kind of sucks because most of us don't really have a great relationship with ourselves. And that's why the that is the most important thing to repair. Everything else, everything in your life is a reflection of the relationship with yourself. It sucks because most of us, some of us, not all of us, some of us don't have great relationships. We've never been taught. We've been taught that ourselves, our body, is the enemy. Like we're the enemy within ourselves. So, and why am I saying all this? Why? Because I feel that this year is the year to take all that fucking power back from the world that you've given it to. You know, it's like you look on Facebook and you see all these pretty girls and you see all this, everybody has money and everybody has a new car and everybody has this and everybody has that. They have a spouse and they have a boyfriend or they have this and they have that. And you think, oh, that's what I want. There's nothing wrong with wanting it. But looking at somebody's Instagram or Facebook is not going to get it for you. If you want to manifest, you need to start internally. Because no one in this world is blocking your manifestation but you. You want all that they have, you can absolutely have it. But you have to work on you in order to figure out why you're blocking that in your life. It's all about the relationship with the self. It's very rarely about the relationship with people outside of you. Because here's the thing, and this will be in my other video as well, my loves, but if you're not feeling you're deserving love from you, how is it that you're going to allow love, a pure, unconditional, take you to the moon kind of love that you seek? How do you going to manifest that if you can't give it to yourself? Because you don't feel you deserve it. You don't even deserve it from you. How are you going to get it from somebody else? And yes, some of you may say, well, yeah, but people can love me and fill my cup. Well, no, because usually that love has conditions. And I read this book. Now, unless you're a psychology major or have had training in psychology, some of what I'm going to say may go be like, what is she talking about? Did she just have a stroke? But I just read this book called Knots. It's a very tiny book, and that's the idea of how we justify to ourselves certain statements. So this one said, I feel bad, therefore I don't feel good, therefore I am bad. Therefore nobody loves me. I feel good, therefore I am good, therefore everybody loves me. I feel bad, you love me, you must be bad, I can't love you. We have these justifications in our lives, in our minds, about how we are and aren't deserving of love. And if we think we're horrible people and somebody loves us, there's something wrong with that person. Because don't they see how horrible we are? Think about it. So I won't keep badgering you, because I know I said a lot to think about, lots of seeds planted. But I just want you to know the seriousness of it. I want us to let's get into the conversation of how to take care of that, how to love us, how to really find that deep, soul-filling, cup-filling love. Because, honey, you can't fill others' cups if yours is empty. Believe me, I have tried for 41 years to do that. It doesn't work. I promise you. Don't try. It's not worth it. Be your biggest fan. It takes time. I'm not lying to you. I'm not going to lie to you and say, it's easy. No, it's not. It takes time. But keep doing it. Keep working at it. One small thing at a time. Whether it's just saying to yourself, you know what, I approve of you. Find someone you connect with. Find whether it's, a Louise Hay to me is the most purest one that I have found, the one that I feel that transformed my life the most. Go seek her book. Go seek her book, the You Can Heal Your Life book. Find it. Just read it. Just read it. If that's all you do, just read it. But there is something, if you're like me, there is something that's going to change within you. There's a switch that's going to kind of turn. And you're going to be like, well, maybe I don't have to hate myself. Maybe I'm not such a horrible person. Maybe I am deserving of love from myself. You're going to start to plant seeds. And whether they grow, they grow. Whether you nurture them or not, it's up to you. It's your choice. The thing is, we have a choice. Choices. You can either say, okay, right, I don't really have a great relationship with me, and I'm suffering because of it. Let's ask for, say, I need the inspiration, I need the tools to help love myself. Universe, bring them to me, please. And when you're sincere and you ask, they are going to show up. They're going to line right up for you. And there's going to be moments in your day, even little moments of somebody coming up to you and going, you know what? I just want to tell you that you're amazing. Or I love you. Or I just really appreciate who you are. And then things are going to start rolling in. Information, articles, videos, blogs, whatever is going to start showing up. Because I know, because it's happened for me. When I decided that, I really need to work on this relationship with myself because I've not tended to that at all. It shows up. It does. Let me end with just some news and some little bits and pieces so that we can just kind of take a moment and breathe. I know I've hit a lot with you, and I know a lot of it's a repeat of stuff I've said before, but I think the conversation's important to keep having. And I just had the same incident and inspiration today to give this to you. Just know I love you. Just know that I know you can do it. I believe in you. I believe in all of you. I know. Because if I can, you can. Trust me. Trust me. Let's heal our hearts. Let's do it together. Because chances are there's someone out there that feels the exact same way you do. So you're not alone. We just have to do it. News stuff. Okay. So I am going to do the workshop. It's called The Healing Angels of the Energy Field. I am doing that workshop. I will not go back on my word. If you are interested, please send me an email. I'll send you the information. I have to order workbooks and mail them to you. So the sooner you let me know if you're interested, the sooner I can absolutely send that stuff to you. The dates are to be determined because I want to give people some time. I want to say it on Facebook. I want to say it on Instagram. I want to kind of get the word out a little bit more before I pick a date. It may be March, or I want it to be February, but I don't know that I can do that fast. We'll see. We'll see where the interest comes from and how fast I can get you the materials. So let me know about that. And please send me some good vibes. I'm almost done with the edits of my book. I only have 34 more pages to go out of 180 something. And then I'm going to write a query letter and send it off to an agent. So good, positive vibes that way. I appreciate it. It's just something that I'm just moving forward with what I want to do. I really want to come back east to do an IET training, an intensive. It's 3 levels. You don't have to take all 3. You can take 1 and 2. You can take 1. If you've taken 1, you can take 2 and 3. Whatever it is that works for you. I really want to come out and do that. It may not end up being until the summertime. Not quite sure. I know I have 2 or 3 people out there that want to learn it. So the more people that are interested, if you have people who are interested and want to experience a healing, I will discount their first healing with me. If it's over the phone, especially. I do them in my home. I don't have I'm not in an office right now. So if you know that somebody's interested and they're not quite sure, and you think that if they experienced a healing, it would be best, send them to me. We'll talk it out. We'll work it out. I have some, I may have some collaborations with a center in Prescott, Arizona, where I do some speaking, and I may bring some of this work out there too. So yeah, just keep me in the loop of what's happening with you. If you want to try any of the workshop or courses, reach out to me. If you have questions, reach out to me. Just know that you are the most beautiful human, and that you are loved to the ends of the universe and back, and that you deserve that love that fills your heart so much that it bursts wide open. But know that only you can give yourself that love. No one else can do that for you. So if you need help unpacking some emotions, hit me up. If you need references, if you want to find somebody to help you, I can help with that too. I promise. I love you guys so, so much. You guys have been in my corner. You've been supportive. You've been so super loving and kind and understanding. And I appreciate all of you. And I will connect with you next month, which is March. And don't forget to go join our community. Like I said, it's free. I will put the link below, and please go join. It's just a place to receive some love, high vibrational energy. It's free. What more could you want? I love you all. If you need me, connect with me. I always need all of you, and I'm always grateful for each and every one of you. Take care and be good to yourself.